Welcome to Workday Gourmet. This video is all about vacuum sealers. It's holiday shopping season again, which means food savers are on sale again. Are vacuum sealers worth it? This video will review the brand versus the generic, the accessories and attachments. Nothing sponsored, I paid for everything here, whether they're good decisions or not. Please like and sub if you enjoy guinea pig videos that hopefully help you make better informed decisions for yourself. First thing I want to get out of the way is, if you're thinking about getting a FoodSaver for sous vide, just use the water displacement method, because it is going to become another one of those kitchen gadgets you don't use, along with the sous vide stick, meat slicer, and that juicer from ages ago. If you are going to get one, get it for the sealer as much as, if not more so, than the vacuum. Don't think of these as printers that you must buy the ink cartridge to use. That's how they get ya. Use them directly on the commercial bags. How do you think factories sealed these in first place? This is the best way to keep them as good as new. Gone are the days of soggy chips. No more kitchen clippers, which don't even do a very good job and just makes you want to throw out that depressing bag of half-eaten leftover. But seal it with a heat bar and trim the extra packaging, and they'll look and taste as appetizing as if they've never been opened. If it's just cereals and trail mixes alone, I'd tell you airtight containers do just as good a job. But the value of these sealers at resealing frozen food is pretty irreplaceable. Frozen corns, peas, raspberries. Who uses up a whole bag at a time? With a vacuum sealer, not only are you saved from freezer burns, more importantly, it makes the packaging so much less space consuming. And we all know how precious freezer space is. Even if you're not a hoarder, it's just nice to have things neat and not like a depressing pile of mess with kitchen clippers everywhere. Now, with my primary usage in mind, I'll show you a comparison between my $30 generic sealer and the $99 Costco FoodSaver, which frequently goes on sale for $75 to $80 if you look for it around holidays. This is the suction speed comparison. The speed and strength are actually comparable at regular setting. The FoodSaver has some additional settings for more delicate applications. I actually use the pulse option often to avoid crushing crackers and cereals on reseal. Here's the heat bar comparison. You can see the FoodSaver heat bar is quite a bit wider, which is handy with some thicker, more stubborn commercial materials, which the generic does not fully seal in one session, and you may need to heat twice for a proper seal. You might ask, why get a vacuum if I mostly just want a sealer? Well, at the price range where you can get a decent sealer, you might as well get a vacuum. If you're thinking about these mini heat sealers, they're utter junks. I've bought many in the past thinking maybe I just got a lemon the last time. Nope, they're the penny stocks of heat sealers. They're all lemons. Plus, the vacuum features, though less frequently used, aren't useless. I like freezing Costco rotisserie chicken in single-serve portions. No more eating the same leftover for a week. These are as good as new when thawed for chicken salad or chili noodle. And the vacuum allows me to quickly thaw them in hot tap water, sous vide style, except them more often than like twice a year. Now on to the sealing roll comparisons. My finding is that the generic rolls work perfectly fine on brand machine, and the generic machine is actually a solid option if you're using the brand vacuum sealer rolls. But when I put generic machine and generic rolls together, sometimes I get weak and broken seals. Note they're not always bad, just inconsistent. Personally, I couldn't be bothered to double check things all the time and want my vacuumed bag to reliably hold seal. So the takeaway for myself is I can cut corners in moderation, but can't cheap out everywhere. My personal rating for the two machines: 4 out of 5 stars for the generic and 5 out of 5 for the brand. Would you pay double to triple the price for the upgrade? That is a personal choice. Having switched from generic to brand, I can attest to that it indeed feels like an upgrade, with the nice pulse option, smooth roll cutter, and completely quiet heat sealer. But it does take up more counter space, so if you have a smaller or more crowded kitchen, the minimalist type could even be preferable. Now, the resealable bags, even the brand version, in my experience, has been disappointing. They're fine on maybe the first use, but in subsequent uses, the reseal spots seem to get looser and looser, and eventually what you get is freezer burned frozen strawberry that you keep asking yourself, is this still good for smoothies? I used them. They're fine. I guess that makes these bags 2 out of 10. Also known as 1 star, don't buy. The FoodSaver containers, well, they work. They hold a seal. I don't have any legit complaints as far as the product itself is concerned, but they are pricey for what is essentially plastic Tupperware. 3 out of 5 stars? I'm not particularly iffy about plastic, but who wouldn't prefer glass instead? What I personally use a lot more are these external mason jar attachment. These work with both the generic and FoodSaver. Great way to turn every mason jar into truly airtight containers. Now you just got one more reason to never throw out those pasta sauce jars. Thank you, Classical. I hope this video has been helpful if you are on the fence about whether to get a vacuum sealer and what kind to get. If this helped you make up your mind about the purchase or convinced you the other way, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Let me know your thoughts and experience with these in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you next time.